Hello STO community, welcome to another Starbase UGC video tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to seduce an Orion slave girl. Now don't worry, I'm not going to show you anything vulgar. Really much of what I'm going to show you is stuff I've covered before, so if you've watched many of my other tutorials, you'll have seen these tricks before. The reason I wanted to do them again, or to pull them all together, is because there's a part to this that I didn't really stress that well before, which is how to use an NPC group as an NPC contact. And what I mean by that is you have two choices here. You can use an NPC contact, and I'm sure most of us have done that. It was step one of Cryptic's tutorial. Then there's also NPC groups. Roughly speaking, the NPC contacts are meant to serve as neutrals who you talk to, you get mission objectives from, whereas the NPC groups are either groups of friendlies or groups of enemies that you kill. But the more and more I play around with the Foundry, the more I really have no use for this NPC contact group, because everything that you can do in the NPC with the NPC contacts, you can also do with the NPC groups, and there are added benefits to using the NPC groups as NPC context. And let me try to better explain this. Okay, let's say my mission is to seduce an Orion slave girl. So I can go to NPC contacts, I can find the Orion slave girl. I could put her in the map, right? And she's an NPC contact. Well, what options do I have for her? I can change her name, I can change her contact name, I could change her costume, I could give her a default text, which means that if she's not doing anything else, I can walk up to her and she can say something, and she'll say it over and over again depending on how many times I interact with her. But otherwise, I mean, that's all you can do with the NPC contact. She just stands there, she's lifeless. You can't really interact with her beyond talking to a contact or putting in a pop-up dialogue from her. Otherwise, she stands there. So let's get rid of her. Instead, let's use an NPC group, and we'll use the animal single targ. Now, the reason I use the single targ is, one, it's single, so it's not a group of people, and two, it's pretty much neutral, so she's not going to attack me, and then I could put her in the map. Oops, what was that? So now I have a single targ in the map. Well, what options do I have with the targ? I can change her name to Orion Slave Girl. I can give her an animation of Dance Seductive. I can also enable chat and give her a chat animation of different dance. Let's do snake. I could make her say something every once in a while with the chat text. I could do a lot of other stuff. If she had a job to do, which is interact with the console or whatever else that Cryptic has designed for the jobs in the future, I could set that. I could do a lot of other stuff. And in addition, I can click on the individual actor, and I'll rename her Orion Slave Girl. Do the same with the contact. Now with the name, it's just what shows up over here, but the contact is what shows up in the game. And I'm going to change the costume from the default targ to Orion Ensign Slave Girl 3. Okay, so now if I play the map, I'll not only have an Orion Slave Girl, but I'll have one that's dancing, that has chat animation, much more lifeless. But let's go a step further. Let's say that I want to use her as a contact. Well, I'm pretty easy. We'll go to the story tab. We'll say, well, let's try it the old-fashioned way first. Let's say we want to do talk to contact, and if we try to pick the actor of the contact, well, there's no one there. We haven't put a contact there. So let's just trash that if it will let me. Come on. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's go back to the map tab. Now we can't use her as a contact per se, but what we can do is go to our holy, mightier than life volcanic flower, the small one, and we'll put a small volcanic flower where she is, and we'll also change the y coordinates of the volcanic flower to a -5. That way it's underneath the ground and we don't see it. Oops. And let's then make the first objective to interact with the object. And we'll say talk to Orion slave girl. Specify the object, which is the volcanic flower below her. Let's not worry about the mission transition tab. Make the interact text talk to Orion slave girl. And I'll choose an animation of, let's see, I know there's talk animations here somewhere. There we go, talk, let's try talk gesturing. Now, if I want to talk to her, she's got to say something, right? So let's put in a pop-up that follows me talking to her. We'll click, see if she's on. She's not on the map, so let's find the Orion slave girl costume. There it is. And she says, hello. Do you care to dance? And I'll just leave it to say continue. I could say yes, I'd like to dance, or no. So then let's go back to the map tabs. Let's add in another volcanic flower number 2. Let's change the y to a -5, so it's just below her. And then we'll go back to the story tab and we'll do interact with object. The task will be dance with Orion slave girl. The object will be the second volcanic flower. And we'll choose the animation of dance seductive. And we'll make the duration of that a long time. And once I'm done dancing with her, I'll put in another pop-up. We'll specify that it comes from the Orion slave girl. And she'll say, you dance pretty good. Care to... I'll just put care to get to know me better. And continue. Okay, now I think there's what I wanted to do. It's putting a Targ in the map, changing the costume of the Targ to an Orion slave girl, messing around with her idle animation, her chat animation, then putting two almighty volcanic flowers below her in the ground, serving as objects that I can interact with, and while interacting with them I can ascribe animations to my own tune. And I'm pretty sure that's all I need to do. Let's see if I forgot anything. Let's see what it looks like. Right. So my mission, I forgot to put in a task, but it's talk to Orion slave girl. Talk to Orion slave girl. Let's back up a bit. Says, hello, do you care to dance? I say continue. And then my interact text is dance with Orion slave girl. There we go. You dance pretty good. Care to get to know me better? Alright. And that is how to use an NPC as a contact. And you can see that doing it this way, there's so much more you can do rather than using the main group of NPC contacts. You can ascribe animations to your tune while interacting with her. You can make her do things, and this could be a number of different scenarios in your map. This could be an engineer interacting with a console that you have to talk to repeatedly. He could tell you, shut down the warp core. You go shut down the warp core, you come back and talk to him, and he's still frantically involved with his console. This could be a doctor healing a patient that you need to go on a gopher hunt for. This could be this could be anything you want it to be if there's an animation that fits or a character that fits. Just, again, use the Targ, change the costume, and follow the steps that I laid out. Okay, well, I think that's it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Please leave feedback on the forums or the blog, and please leave requests for future tutorials. Thank you.